we have developed a program called the Pierce Project, and it's all about safe sleep. Pierce stands for Protecting Infants Early Reduces Catastrophic Events. My son was born still many years ago, and at that time, there weren't a lot of support systems available. And I began to look at ways that potentially I could be of help to other families through my own loss. And so began the HEAL program. Subsequently, in 2011, we had 11 deaths of infants under the age of 12 months. And 9 of those were sleep-related deaths. Huge for a community this size. So immediately we began to say, we need to do something better. While we're not doing anything wrong, we, in our opinion, may be not providing as much information as we have available to us, that we need to get out there, we need to share with the community. Through the Pierce Project, we've found that it is imperative that all caregivers be informed about safe sleep environments for infants. It isn't just about parents, because most babies are in the care of someone else at some point in time in that first year of life. And with outside caregivers, it's imperative for them to know that information as well. So we actually provide parents with brochures, lots of information. We have a flyer that identifies each of the points that we would like them to be aware of. We also have what we consider to be, we call it our Safe Sleep Contract. And it actually reviews the same information that we've discussed, that parents have watched on a video, that the information has been provided to them. And they acknowledge that they have received that information and that they will pass that same information on to any caregiver. Safe sleep means a safe environment for babies to sleep in. Our term for this entire project says safe sleep, every infant, every caregiver, every time. And what that means, it's pretty simple actually, is that babies sleep most safely on their back, in their own sleep space, in their own crib, pack and play, that kind of an environment, and alone. Babies are not meant to particularly share other sleep spaces with other adults, other children, even animals and pets, those kind of things. Babies don't need lots of things in their crib. It needs to be very stark. It needs to have a firm mattress and a tight-fitting sheet. They don't need lots of extraneous things. They don't need bumper pads to protect them from sticking an arm out. That's not going to happen. They don't need quilts and pillows and those kind of things that potentially could get near their face and cause accidental suffocation. Sometimes some entrapment issues occur when babies are placed in adult beds and actually are wedged between the mattress and the wall, for instance. So really a safe environment for a baby is, again, that uncluttered, undisturbed, individual safe sleep space. Many parents have the question, what if my baby can roll one direction but not roll back? Okay, he's on his back and he rolls over to his tummy. Should I allow him to stay there, or do I need to roll him back? The recommendation, again, from the experts from the American Academy of Pediatrics is that once babies can roll both to their tummy and back to their back, they don't have to be repositioned. But the recommendation is for those babies who only roll one direction, particularly from back to belly, that they do be repositioned. Babies sleeping in car seats and bouncy seats and swings, it's okay for the baby to settle in a little bit, to get a little sleepy in those devices, but then the recommendation is they be moved from those devices into their own crib or their own separate sleep space. For moms who are breastfeeding, it's perfectly okay if they would like to nurse in bed, but once mom starts to get drowsy or a little sleepy, please put the baby back in his or her own crib. This is not rocket science. We're not asking you to buy the $1 million setup for this baby. We're not asking you to do things that are out of realm of possibility. And if that were the case, I'd say, if you had to bring him in once a week to do a check, to do something else, but it's basic. It is very simple. It's the basics. Alone, on their back, in their own crib.